Welcome to storied Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. A Week 1 showdown between two teams hoping to get things started on a great note. It's the Marshall Thundering Herd and the Penn State Nittany Lions. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down the sideline. Holly?
Guys, Penn State made one of the most interesting hires of the offseason. Matt Campbell has shown that he can do it all at Iowa State. Tough nose, and he is a physical coach that makes sure his players play tough. Let's see if the Blue Bloods can get a blue-collar work ethic and bring Penn State back to excellence. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Marshall will kick off to get the festivities started. He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. The Nittany Lions offense will have the football first. And here comes Rocco Beck. Hit the portal, came over from Iowa State. He threw for 6 touchdowns in their victory last time out. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Now on the option. Oh, what a move. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hansen. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
A nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, one thing you know about Penn State when you've watched them play in recent years is they were absolutely loaded at running back. Maybe the best 1-2 combination over the last several seasons of Nick Singleton and Kaytron Allen, David. Now both those guys are gone. There's going to be some new faces toting the rock, but this is Penn State. They've got to be able to run the ball.
They do, and you think about this new era with Matt Campbell coming over, obviously bringing Hansen at the running back spot, but you know how he likes to do it, man. Multiple tight ends, run the football. Rocco Beck's going to be steady at quarterback, so whether it's Hansen, whether it's Peoples who comes over from Ohio State, I expect the ground game to be what Penn State fans are used to.
Snags it, and he's open. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for room, it's Hansen. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
Oh, he didn't get past the marker before starting his slide, and now it's 4th down. They'll send out the kicker here. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Absolutely center cut. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
So Marshall's offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. Last time time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him. Mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press them and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to that guy.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Culliver. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage and getting running back.
Makes the grab in their space. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
The Thundering Herd picked up a fresh set of downs by keeping it on the ground. Running inside. It's Boston. Makes it past the marker. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Finding an escape route. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Marshall trying to make this red zone trip pay off. Back to pass on 2nd down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Meadows. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the grab. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the 1st down.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the 1st down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
Marshall trying to move the sticks on 4th down. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Meadows. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And what a decision to go for it on 4th down, and it pays off running the football, David. We knew coming into this one, they knew they had to be aggressive, right? They were going to have to identify the opportunities early in this football game to just put the pedal to the metal to try and make good things happen early, and that's exactly what happens here. Down in the red zone, in this area of the field, running the football, showing their physicality, and moving the sticks.
Well, especially if you want to pull the upset. You know this is a good football team, right? Like, you're not going to settle for threes consistently and win the game. So setting the tone, showing they're going to be aggressive, and getting it even more so gives kids confidence and get that blood flowing.
To the air on 2nd down. Working that wide receiver screen. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
You're not going to fool this guy on the running back screen. They're trying to invite him up the field, rushing the passer, but he saw it too soon. He was able to stop in his tracks, locate the running back, get outside, and make a tackle. That is a very heads-up play that time by the DN.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. The field goal is no good. So the score remains 3-0.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from the game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
Using his legs, it's Hansen. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
They'll try the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield, just like right there, and create a TFL.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Marshall takes over the ball, the thundering herd offense coming out. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. The run inside. It's Meadows. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll keep it on the ground. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on third down. Makes the catch, and he's free. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It can happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Pulls it on the option. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Tight end now in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Meadows. Here's a little room there. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches, and this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? On the option. He'll pitch it. And that one will go and reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The freshman running back being attended to. We hope he's able to get back in the game shortly. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Thundering Herd! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. But if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking to pass. It's Beck. Fires to the big fella. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Running inside. It's Hansen. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it from the gun. Got enough for the 1st. At the 35, he's loose. Lots of running room. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Marshall is out on the field and ready to get this drive cranked up. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Bunch formation for these receivers. The run inside. It's Boston. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Culliver. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Quick release by the QB. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Hauls it in. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Grabbed over the middle. It's Culliver. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. The short hands, it's Norton. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Makes a catch. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments. Wide out level noise. Finds space on the right. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. In the red area, it's Boston. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Herd!
Coaches talk all the time about finishing halves. Man, that is perfect execution down the stretch. Take the lead, take most of the clock, and you get the ball coming out. Way to close this first half. Great execution.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hansen. Picks up the first down. After that big game, maybe no longer content to just run the ball and go to the locker room. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Back to pass, it's Beck. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin our wraparound with Clemson, taking on the number 11 team, the LSU Tigers. And it's Clemson looking to get the job done on the road. Right now it's early, but they lead this season opener. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in Happy Valley. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment.
The Nittany Lions will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Marshall's head coach told me at the half, guys, we may have an upset brewing. As you know, this team came in here not highly ranked and highly regarded, but that doesn't matter. The players on the field have had something to say, and they are really taking this game to the home team. We'll see if there's an upset continuing here in the second half. I'll keep you posted on how things develop here on the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Running inside. It's Boston. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Finds his big tight end. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Here's a hit. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Marshall will be forced to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Beck. using the back as a receiver on the screen. They don't fall for the screen. Great job retracing and stopping him at the line of scrimmage. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Motion from the wide out. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
I'd be calling a hot route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Trying to escape and get it himself. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that 1st down. It's 3rd. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this 1st. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. The run inside. It's Boston. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Complete. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Gets it to him on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Norton. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Working the middle. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Running the red zone, it's Boston. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick, but the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
Marshall looking for the score on 1st and goal. Quarterback keeper. Touchdown, Marshall! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Fielded in the end zone. It's Wallace. He gets a block. He's got it out. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And they tack on the extra point to cut the lead to 21-17. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. The Thundering Herd offense ready to come out and get this drive going. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for space. It's Boston. Turning it on! Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
That is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. We've reached the break, and Marshall is on top. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. The final stanza. Back to pass. Might be looking to run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Well, the ball's barely touched the ground every time this guy's been dropping back so far in this game. That's one of the rare misses we've seen from him so far.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's caught. There he goes. Touchdown, Thundering Herd. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, Do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players, and quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wallace. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a two-possession game. They must get something here. Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Got a man. It's Sauer. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Gets it out quickly. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
Got it. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
And the Nittany Lions come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Quick release on the RPO. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the side.
Snags it, and there's running room. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
The Nittany Lions come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State. Penn State with the response. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? And you can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Hey guys, from what I can see here on the Marshall sideline, there is a lot of excitement because this offense is outperforming a much higher-ranked team defensively. They know they've got an opportunity in this game with the lead and the ball, but they have got to play clean football right now. Right before they huddled up to take the field, the coaches are yelling, execute, execute. We'll see if they're able to make that happen and keep this lead. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, and the QB never wants to miss inside of an out route, right? You got to throw it to the sidelines. Don't let anybody undercut that, go make a big play. And he did. He put it outside, put it on the money. I think the receiver needs to do a little better job. They got to secure that catch. He was open enough to make that play.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. Right on the money. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
First down here as we dive into the college football season, a Week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Looking to throw on 1st down. They'll run the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, this defense is extremely disciplined. Right there, 1st down, screen pass. It doesn't fool them. Nice play.
Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. Makes a grab and room to run. Inside the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Herd!
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him, and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line. Wants to throw. It's Beck. Fires one high and deep. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Holding on the defense is just a gift to the offense with the automatic first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Makes the grab. It's Sowell. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's...
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. Looking downfield on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again.
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. And as we get later in this game, Jesse, you want to keep moving the ball and being aggressive, but don't turn the thing over. So there he goes. Got enough for the first. Penn State will spend its second timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the fourth quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The Nittany Lions decide to spend their third and final timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David. Every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today. And, hey, who knows? Maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.